My name's Bill, and I'm the pastor for Eastwood's Presbyterian Church in Vancouver, Washington. We've known Tim at Timato Systems for several years through a sister congregation that was sharing worship space with us and had gotten to know some of the really good work that he was doing for them. When the coronavirus hit at the early part of 2020, we knew that we needed an upgrade. And our desired outcome was really twofold. Part of it was to make sure that we had an audio system that was fully functional, including upgrading an amplifier that was no longer working for us. The second part of it was for us to provide greater accessibility for our congregation to our worship services during the coronavirus, and to create visibility for the congregation through live streaming that could be put out to the community and to the world around us, not only during coronavirus, but for the years following. We needed a couple of upgrades, of course, to make that happen. Part of that was a new amplifier to replace the one that wasn't working, and then the additional equipment that was required for live streaming. So cameras and switchers and encoders and monitors, all of those pieces. We'd known that Tim had designed a system for live streaming for that sister congregation and had done it well, and we believed that he was the right guy to do that work for us as well. Along the way, when we started working together, we realized that we had started to use Zoom as a broadcast capability at the start of the coronavirus pandemic, and that we were still happy with that technology to be able to incorporate in real time the participation of some of our congregation members who were off-site, as well as including people on-site in real time with a live broadcast. So part of what Tim was able to do in being flexible midway for us was to help our audiovisual team of volunteers understand how a system that he had designed and constructed for us within budget for live streaming could be used, in fact, for Zoom broadcasts in a different way than the system had originally been designed for. Tim was great and flexible in understanding how the different capacities of the system could work in that way. And for several months now, we've been functioning well as a in-person congregation with live Zoom broadcasts going on with people both on-site and off-site simultaneously. Now in March of 2021, we're at the place where we are ready to move from Zoom to live streaming, and Tim, even today, is with our team in our sanctuary, training our volunteers in how to use the system that was designed for live streaming to be used just for that function, so that we can seamlessly continue to provide the best quality worship experiences, not only to our in-person congregation, but to the folks who are still out in the community. Tim has met our expectations at every step along the way. He has remained on budget. He's remained on schedule. He's provided equipment that has done what it was supposed to do, what we needed it to do. He's been available to answer questions, to offer suggestions, and to train our team within the scope of the project. Tim has also been outstanding at every step along the way to check the different phases of our project to make sure that we are phasing it and scaling it in a way that makes sense for our budget, that doesn't get overwhelming for our team, and that matches the needs of the congregation and the community around us. He's been a great team collaborator and easy to work with and great to communicate with. And that's what I would say for any churches or community members who are thinking about working with Tim or with Timato Systems. Number one, make sure that you're ready to collaborate. Timato Systems thrives best in an environment of good communication and excellent collaboration. So ensure that Timato Systems ideas are being considered and incorporated, and be ready from your own side to communicate very clearly back to Tim or to Timato Systems how you want this project to go and what makes sense for the needs of your team. I would also say be ready to enjoy the fact that your budget will be met, the schedule will be met. You'll be working with somebody who is trustworthy, who is a great communicator, who's a faithful man of God, and who loves seeing the church and the kingdom of God thrive for the glory of God and for the blessing of the people involved. Best wishes and God's blessings to you as your project carries forward. And if you decide to work with Timato Systems, I trust it'll be a wonderful experience for you. Peace.